A man is accused of going on a wine-stealing crime spree across the Northeast. He's now behind bars and facing a judge. The suspect is Scott DeLuca. Prosecutors, they've nicknamed him the Bordeaux Bandit.
He is accused of stealing a $4,800 bottle of wine from a Connecticut hotel back in October. Crimesider's Graham Cates has been looking into the case. Get it? Case.
Perfect. That's right. Yeah, he was wanted in 3 states, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. He was ultimately caught in Rhode Island. Like you said, the biggest bottle they know that he took was worth $4,800. That was a 1990 Chateau Petrus, which, of course, I've never had.
Chateau Petrus.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Great job.
I wouldn't have known.
That's what I have every night for dinner.
I tried my best on that. Police were looking for him in multiple states. They had posted photos of him to Facebook, and actually that's how they initially nailed down who they were looking for. Police in Connecticut had posted video of him, supposedly him stealing from a restaurant, that bottle itself, and then photos of him matched to surveillance pictures from other thefts, and ultimately someone saw him and said, I think that's Scott. But then here's the thing, though. That's not really why he was caught. He was caught in Rhode Island because he was wanted on other warrants, in this case, not appearing in court on a suspended license.
So how much wine, back to the wine part of this, what's the value of all of the wine that he's expected to have stolen?
Thousands of dollars. I mean, at this point, they've narrowed down a few stores where they think he hit, and in each case, it was a couple $1,000s worth of bottles. He would come in, he would pinpoint 1 or 2. Again, they think it was him. Would pinpoint 1 or 2 bottles that seemed of extreme value, and then put him in his pants is one of the methods in terms of getting the bottle out of there and walk out.
One way to do it.
I guess so. Well, there seems to be an uptick, Graham, in people stealing expensive bottles of wine. I mean, it used to be people rob banks and you rob jewelry stores. Now people are robbing, wine bottles.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I mean, restaurants and wine stores don't have the security that a bank or a jewelry store is going to have, but they are almost all going to have something of extreme value, whether it's a bottle worth a few $100s or, in this case, the bottle worth a few $1,000s. And there have been cases much larger than this. In 2013, there were 2 different arrests or convictions that included one guy who was convicted of stealing $2.7 million worth of wine from a bunch of different places, and one guy who stole $650,000 from a retailer.
Or do they know, are they trying to sell them, or they just want, I mean, there's a market for this stuff.
Yeah, there's definitely a black market. Authorities aren't sure exactly what Scott DeLuca did with the bottles yet. I mean, they're just processing him. As it is right now, he's still facing these separate issues in Rhode Island, and so the New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut authorities haven't even really gotten to begin their case yet.
What do we know about him? He's 25. For some reason, when I was reading about this, I expected him to be much older. I don't know, just with the taste in expensive wine, but what do we know about him?
So not too much. We know that he had these other charges. They were kind of small-time things. One of them was shoplifting. One of them was, again, driving without a suspended license. Police in Rhode Island told me that they think the reason he had skipped these court appointments for these smaller charges is because he knew that he was a wanted criminal and he was afraid that the courts would recognize him as someone wanted in other states. And so it's kind of a testament to how hard it is to be life as a fugitive a little bit. These are things that, like, you and I would go in and we'd get like a small fine and move off from it. But this is why Rhode Island police were even looking for him.
It's a fascinating crime story. It's a little bit lighter than the ones you're usually covering, Graham.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Stuff.
Thank you very much. Graham Cates. Remember, you can track investigations and read up on the big crime stories of the day at cbsnews.com/Crimesider.